right, man. I don't want to start here, bro. I'm gonna have to beep some stuff out. Right. You out of control over
I ain't
there.
Gonna curse. I got a polo on, so I'm gonna talk right.
I was saying, bro, I've been recording for the last 42 seconds as it is anyway, so I'm definitely gonna have to beep that out because I'm using that. That was too good.
Your mama called him Jello. Your mama called him Jello. I'm gonna call him Jello.
Yep. You know what this is? This is not a movement, it's the only thing moving, huh? Dig that? Huh. Okay, oh yes, the war is coming. The gap keep growing with the wealthy and the slumming. So I use my mental riches for digits to keep them running till my chips come around. Yup, like a Funyun, bite down, get a taste of that Midwest flavor. While I'm at it, let Mr. Rogers just shout out to my neighbors. I ain't mention the journal when I say wake up, get paper. Not talking about Kobe when they mention a Great Lake.
Yeah, you got the polo button all the way to the top too, bro.
All the way to the top.
Hey, listen, bro, I came here. Look, I got on one chain. I threw the glasses on because we back. You know what I'm saying? I got the black T-shirt on. You know how I get when I got the black on. I almost threw on both chains, but I was like, no, I ain't gonna do it. I'll leave the other one right here.
When a brother got a polo on button to the top, you call that brother two truths and a lie. That's what I'm on.
But you like you about to go sell the finest of used cars.
So, it's all highway miles from church to the grocery store.
It's all highway miles. No, that's how they get you too. They try to hit you with some bullshit like that. Like, yeah.
Hey, sir. Yeah, I don't care. It's still 1,000,000 miles. Right. I don't care if you was going, highway to hell. Does it matter?
Listen,
Speaking of, I know this dude. Mm-hmm. I probably shouldn't say that because he can see this, but oh well.
Oh well. As long as you don't say his name, he'll be all right.
Yeah, our culture, man, our community sometimes, and we've all been here, so I'm not saying it's like I'm above this scenario, but at this very moment I am. So anyway, he drive like I don't know what year it is Jaguar, but that thing is broke down more than it's drivable.
Yeah,
and you probably could have had something a little more, ergonomic friendly, a little more, cost friendly to make sure that you rolling.
Right.
But you go buy a lemon because it got a cool badge on it, and you think you up, but really you stuck because the thing don't run. So that goes into that.
Yeah, man. Listen, I that's why I'm not a huge proponent of buying cars just for the name, bro. I do deep research, like what I'm saying, like before I buy a vehicle, I got to know the reliability of it, everything. I got to know all the ins and out of it, and some stuff I'm willing to take a risk on because when you gotta, when you straight, you can take a hit on a large repair sometimes, but at the end of the day, if that's your only car and you just getting it just because of the name or because it's a fly, that's kind of silly to me. So.
And you said a key word. Mm-hmm. Long as you straight.
Yeah.
If I choose to drive a Mercedes and people saying Mercedes Land Rover, they expensive, blah blah blah, I'm willing to do that if that's what I want, right? Yeah. But I'm not gonna be asking people to pick me up.
All right, man.
I'm getting rid of it.
All right, man. Listen. Well, that's a perfect segue into this, and this is how I'm feeling today. I'm gonna take us back for a minute. I ain't done this in a while, so bear with me. Bear with me. Yo. Hey, shout out to little brother, man. I missed him, bro. Like little brother, they was something else, bro. You familiar?
No, sir.
You ain't familiar with bro. Listen. Go back and dig in that catalog, bro. That was where Ninth Wonder came from, little brother. Fontaine and Tigolo, bro. Like, yeah, that's where he came from. But they made amazing music, bro. Like that Ninth Wonder, them was some classic albums. The Minstrel Show. Man, I can't think of the name of the other ones right now, but the Minstrel Show is probably one of my favorite albums of theirs. But they got some heat. Even some of their new work, bro, is absolutely incredible.
So no for me, dog.
No, you gonna find out. You gonna find out real quick, big dog.
You gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Unlabeled the Podcast. I got my good brother Burner. Burner, please say the Burner. Mr. Burner, please say the Burner. Do I got a round of applause over here? Let's see. Oh, I ain't putting it back in the sound bar, dog. Dang, Burner baby. Well, yeah, clap it up.
Raise the roof
up in here. I got my good brother Burner in the building. Tay is off this evening. I believe he had a personal matter to attend to. But man, we've been gone for a minute, man. But we back, and we're gonna get into where we've been at a little bit later, Bernard. But how you been, fam? How you been? Well, no, actually, we can get to it right now. How you been, bro?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm my body fat percentage is down, looking good. The polos don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Looking cut, feeling good, sleeping good, recovering good. So I can't complain. Won't nobody listen.
That's what's up. He said I can't complain when nobody listen. Well, I'm listening. You got me right here. I'm right here with you. I'm listening. God damn it. Shit. Go ahead and if you get this play, you got something on your mind, you can get it off right now. That's what it's for.
But what about you, brother? How you feeling? You glowing. You glowing, brother.
I appreciate it, bro. I wish my body fat percentage was down a little bit more. No, this damn elbow injury set me back a little bit, so I wasn't able to hoop. I had joined the league and everything, man, but I broke a bone in my elbow, so it set me back. But I'm recovering good now from that, so I'm about to get back into it. I probably won't be able to hoop until about May. So but that come with the age. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it ain't like
I'm back in the league too. By the way,
yeah, it ain't like you got a 42-year-old running up and down playing full court every day. But I can do it. But the elbow is saying you can't shoot a damn jumper to save your life.
Right.
So yeah,
we play once a week, but I'm back. I'm back cooking.
Yeah.
For those of you who know, you know. So I'm back though.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, man, Burner got a history, man. Burner used to play in and one. For all y'all don't know who know, y'all think we just getting up off this couch being slouches, but he was actually in the professional league. You know what I'm saying? Because all y'all can't tell. Y'all be like, man, Jerome, you sitting down, you look like you 5'2" on this podcast, fam. I am 6'6". Just so y'all know, and don't get it twisted, bro. I'm 6'6", man.
He hit hard too, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. I don't know. I ain't trying to fight nobody, bro. Not with this.
Boy got gorilla hands.
Hey, look, not with this broke ass elbow.
Come across. Hey, you come in that lane, you getting smacked hard, smack out.
No, I don't be doing all that hacking though.
He a hackaholic.
You see how you want to put this out there, bro? No, I don't be doing that. This guy's full
He
of
thought
it.
I was talking about fighting. I was talking about fouling.
This guy is full of it.
You know anybody over 6'4.5" foul real hard.
Yes, they do.
When they foul, they foul.
No, I'll just tie you up before I hack you though. I'm not that type of player. I hate playing against players that's like that, bro. They you know what I'm saying, they hit you. They think because you a big guy, just because they coming across your forearms and stuff like that, it ain't hurting, bro. But it get annoying after a while, and then you gonna start catching elbows.
Right, facts.
Yeah. But man, besides that, bro, I've been good. Like I said, bro, it's getting springtime, bro. I'm getting ready for spring. I'm about to start back school. I keep forgetting that, bro. Like, man, bro, I got this boot camp to attend. I'm looking forward to it, but you know, when you ain't been into school in a minute, it kind of you kind of get a little anxiety. I ain't too anxious about it, but it's just kind of like, hey, what's the unknown? So we're gonna see what happens.
Right. Spring. You know, it's almost like a new beginning, spring, and so the city working on a project at the house still. I'm about to change some flooring. We went and looked at some flooring today, and so man, just getting ready for spring. Kids is in sports and stuff, and so enjoying, and I reclaim my time.
I'm reclaiming my time. Shout out to Maxine Waters, reclaiming my time. No, she was wilding with that.
Yeah, she was.
Bro, it's crazy to see politicians be messy. You know what I mean? I remember when that wasn't a thing. Everybody used to have decorum and junk. And so like when politicians started getting messy, I think that was around like 2014. It got a little wild out here.
Yeah, they out of control now.
Yeah,
all gloves off.
Yeah, all gloves out. It's completely out of control, bro. When I seen the ad the other day, Trump's like telling people to get out the country, fam, and maybe you'll come back in legally. But if you get out now, I'm like, bro, what type of time, bro? For like the Hunger Games on TV, bro. I'm like, what's going on?
I love it.
I love it.
This is not our fight.
All right, listen. Well, all right. Well, on that note, let's switch gears here, buddy. So I've been doing these social experiments, right, on Facebook, right. A lot of people think I just be full of shit or like I don't know, trolling or whatever the case may be. But I actually be engagement farming. You know what I mean? So my whole goal with all this, right, with all these statuses I be posting, and I'll read one to y'all in a couple of them till I say because it's gonna lead to a discussion. But my whole entire goal with this is really to see get some feedback, get people mindset, right? So I posted this today. I was like, women with baby fathers, how did y'all end up in that situation? What questions did y'all not ask during the interview process? And I know it sounds kind of funny and like kind of tongue in cheek, but I really want to know, because it's like, fam, like I'm raising a daughter, and so if my daughter was to read something that I posted or something left by on Facebook, going through my Facebook, and saw like women engaging with this and giving their honest opinions about it, I think it would give her some insight into, if I would just say I was not around, because of course I'm gonna help her go through a whole vetting process, which I think that's what fathers are important for. I know a lot of times nowadays people don't date with their mother and fathers, like meeting their boyfriends and stuff before they get into a serious relationship. It's like, hey, this is my boyfriend. I've been seeing him for 6 months. What do y'all think of him? Type joint. Instead of being like, hey, this is a guy I'm seeing. Let me introduce him to my father. I think those days are kind of long gone. You know what I mean? But this is to give you some insight if you're a woman out there and you're reading this and you're like, man, maybe I should take some of this into consideration. So one of the comments that I really appreciated, bro, my homegirl shit, then she was like, man, she was like, this is very thought provoking, and like she even hit me in my inbox, was like, man, I really appreciate that. She was like, she said she didn't ask if he loved God. She didn't ask about his upbringing. She didn't ask him to wear a condom. She said, to be honest, I didn't ask, nor did I care if he even liked me. She said I was just a lost little girl. And then her sister said, hey, she said, I wanted somebody that loved me, all of me, flaws and all, unconditionally. That's how I ended up with kids. And I said, did you feel like he did at the time? And she said, yeah, I did. But my thought process was, he can leave whenever, but that's when, he'll always be mine. And that was when I was younger and tougher. You know what I mean? I thought that was like extremely thought provoking. And I had another reply. Here, this one was really good too. Let me scroll down. It said, she said, I was his first gig, his first baby mama. I didn't have a reference to go off of. I should have done better research. I said, understandable, but if you don't mind being transparent, I said, were y'all in a relationship? She said, we were in a relationship for 2 years before having a son. At one point, we discussed marriage, and the relationship just started to go sour and got progressively worse after having our son. The cheating got bad. The mental and verbal abuse was tiring. And it just didn't last like I thought it would. I said, dang, I'm sorry to hear that. I said some other things, but I was saying, like, when it comes to postpartum depression, I think men sort of kind of need training in that, because I know having a child complicates a relationship. It's tough on a marriage. So if you're just seeing somebody and you're just dating and you don't know how they deal with adversity in a relationship, and having a child, whether you believe so or not, it adds a real strain on the relationship. And I was saying that men need to go through postpartum as well, postpartum training, or at least start making it more acceptable and not so taboo to talk about. Do you agree with any of that, Berner?
First off, I appreciate the dialect. I think anytime we have something rooted in an attempt to have a positive outcome should be respected and appreciated. But what I will say, in any of that, I do have, my oldest son is by a woman who was not my wife. And what I learned, and I don't know if she can attest to this, but what I'm going to stand in is that actions always prove why words mean nothing. So, looking at my situation, there was nothing that I could have asked. There's nothing that she could have asked me that wouldn't have put us in that situation. Although that's thought provoking, talking ain't what got any of us in those situations. It's the actions. So the reality is, most of those people were never married, myself included. So there was a bunch of actions that we didn't take that would have solidified or provided a lot of clarity in those situations. So I think, again, a great question, very deep topic, but I think, again, we have gone so far from tradition, in a sense. Not to say that a person can't be married and get divorced, because that happens too. But again, that's so far from tradition that we fall in love with the idea of house and family, where that action is off, right? Because, yeah, we know, how I know, people can say the absolute right things. Like, what can a person say or not say, right? Like, oh yeah, you may go to church, you may have a good job, you may be solid, you may come from a good family, but at the end of the day, your actions may say, I ain't the one for you. You know, so I think it's a little bit different, a little bit deeper, and I'm just taking it for context and conversation, taking it from a different angle. But it's more about the actions for me because if I, excuse me, if I look at my situation, there was a lot of stuff that I knew that I didn't even have to ask. Right? If you ask anybody anything more times than not, they're gonna give you an answer based off of their intention. Intention doesn't mean anything. We have to stop at intention and look at the space between intention and results, right? My perfect analogy is a person who's driving home drunk from the club, you kill somebody in that car, you getting vehicular homicide. It wasn't your intention to kill anybody. Your intention was to go home. Results matter. So when we talk about relationships and baby mama and stuff like that, that's a great segue into diving deep, and I love how those ladies took accountability. But that action piece is what matters,
Yeah.
right? Because everything leading up to that was an action.
Yeah, and I think when I say ask, like interview process, like I said, I was joking a little bit about that but I think that's a huge problem too, where we don't converse or even get to know the people that we are sleeping with. You know what I mean? Some people just
Agreed.
It's hookup. Yep. It's hookup culture. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like
Yep.
it's like no, I just want to smash. But we know that it's potential that you could impregnate somebody when y'all are having sex, protected, unprotected, on birth control or not, bro. I've seen. I mean, we know that was a thing back in the day. Oh, she was on birth control and she got pregnant, or she was on the patch and she got pregnant. You know what I mean? So, but I think it's we hookup culture has got it to the point where we don't talk to each other, but we don't have these conversations at all. Because if I'm having a conversation, I can look at you and say, "Oh, you're physically attractive," right? But if I got to know you a little bit on a deeper level, I can see that you might be a little off. You know what I mean? Like you gonna cause me some problems in the future. If I just ask this, and like I said, it's just about getting to know somebody, asking a simple question like, "Hey, was your parents together? Where you come from a 2-parent household? How are you with money?" Just like I like to ask those questions because I've always kind of been intentional with dating. Of course, I've hooked up a lot of times in my life as well, but I always been kind of intentional in getting to know the women that I've dated in the past. You know what I mean? I be thorough with the questions too. Like I asked my wife, bro, when we hooked up. I ain't asked her. I told her my credit score because I was like, hey, you got to know this about me, man. I'm coming out of a situation like it might not be something that you ready to deal with. You know what I mean?
You're a better man than me.
Hey, no, I'm gonna tell you, bro. It come with also being egoless and knowing yourself. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I have been divorced. You know what I mean? So I'm coming out of that situation. I lost custody of my child. I was fighting and lost custody, lost the battle of custody. So he initially went with his mom's. So that comes with, what type of problems those come with. It come with losing half of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Paying child support, all that, the typical story. So when I decided to put myself back out there and get back into the dating pool, I knew I was going to be very intense because I learned from the past. You know what I mean? Right. Like literally my first wife, I didn't even get to know her as well as I should. It was things that she said where I was like, oh, had I known that, probably would have went a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
We just would have been homies.
Yeah. What up, dog?
What up, sis?
What up, sis? Big sis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been sis like a mug, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I started off anyway. You know what I mean? So, that's why I say the question, quote unquote, the conversation is kind of tongue in cheek.
Absolutely. And I think it's phenomenal because it gives avenues to so much deeper conversation, too. It's a really good question. But yeah, brothers, ask them questions, man, and sisters. Ask them questions, and then you got to watch action, too. Because, again, in good faith, I may say this. I may come from that. But when it comes to now, I may not be on that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's just how I go. Like, what are my actions saying? I remember my aunts used to tell us, my auntie, rest in peace, back then, you talking about 20 years ago. was like, hey, that birth control stuff, if them girls don't take that consistently, it's ineffective.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care what she tell you, you need to protect yourself.
Bro, I listen, bro. And you know, now that you said that, I'm sorry I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you know, like now that you said that, bro, I remember being young, and it was like, bro, that was a big thing. Oh, she got pregnant on the pill, or she got pregnant on a pat, and you take it, you trying to make hold a 19, 20-year-old, so to speak, even in some cases 16, 17-year-old, responsible for taking those pills. That bro, they can't remember nothing. I think about how much my son don't fill out his agenda every day. I'm like, bro, you did your agenda today. Like, how you even know what y'all did in school if you ain't did your agenda? And you expecting a young adult or teenager to keep up with a birth control pill? Yeah, that's wild. That's a lot of responsibility on their shoulder.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But
that's nuts.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. But I asked this question too because I thought this was funny. I was like,
let me hear you.
You know, because I know we like to in the space that we in, we have to make it equal. So I asked the fellas the same question. I said, fella, because women was like, oh, y'all dudes be lying on my status. I was like, okay, that's cool. We do be lying, but y'all lie too. Y'all wear makeup. I said, I said, fellas with baby mothers. I said, what lie did you tell her to let you hit it raw? And why aren't you in a healthy co-parenting relationship?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why didn't you? Because you asked two questions. You asked a question to the women and you asked a question to the men.
Yeah.
But both of your questions was blaming the men. When you asked the women, why didn't you ask the women why they lied and the guy chose not to stay with them? Because both your questions you posed, you blame the dude.
Let me see.
He a feminist, ladies and gentlemen.
Dang, I did blame the dudes. You're right.
Yeah.
Dang, both the questions. Okay. It was just the way it came across my mind, bro. I don't know.
Right. No, I feel you.
Yeah. I don't know. Dang, I did.
Why did they allow a guy to go inside of them unprotected?
Mm-hmm. Well, I told you, brother. One of my homeboys said I don't live in the real world. I said no. I said fool. I said I do. I said you just gotta go. You just gotta do the old trick, fam. If she don't say nothing, you don't say nothing.
Right.
I think that's how a lot of women end up pregnant. Like,
listen,
let me see.
It's a bunch of sizzles. It's a bunch of sizzles, especially if you've been on a college campus before. I caught them sizzles before. Them sizzles mean you're gonna be taking, a pill or a liquid form for 3 to 5 days. You're gonna be drinking more water than you ever drank in your life. Listen, stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
Stop playing.
Y'all definitely gotta stop playing. Man,
y'all know, stupid man.
like if she don't move back and be like, what you doing? I'm just gonna keep on going. That's what I'm gonna do.
I got homies that's way too old to be talking about if it's God's will. No, you a fool. God, like, don't put that on me.
Dog, you almost just killed me, dog. Dog said you way too old to be talking about if it's God's will, dog. That is nuts, man. But listen, dog, I'm just at the age, bro, where I don't like to waste a lot of space and energy, bro. And I see a lot of people, a lot of people tweet these things. They trying to sound motivational or smart, bro. And it's like, okay, bro, we in the real world. Like, yeah, that sound good. You reading all the books, you requote, you saying you retweeting or you requoting all these different motivational sayings and everything, but fam, like, how are you actually helping somebody? Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of like to be cathartic in social media spaces like this, because I want to be thought-provoking. I want to get your wheel spinning. You know what I mean? I don't want you to just feel good every time you. Some stuff is going to force you to deal with yourself, and like I've been forced to deal with myself my whole life, but some stuff is going to force you to think and look inward and think about some stuff. But also, it's like, if somebody young is coming across this, I got younger cousins, siblings, kids I'm raising that where if something happened to me and they want to go back and read this, they'll be like, oh, okay, I see what he was on type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
I think it was good, bro. I mean, very thought provoking for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
For sure. Let me see where we at. Hey, dog, listen.
You see those tweets about Ye, bro? You see Ye going off again, bro?
I don't even want to talk about Ye, dog.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Hey, listen, bro. Okay. So I'm in a toxic relationship with Kanye West. is the most toxic relationship I've ever
I'm
been
a
in.
victim.
I'm a victim, bro. Okay, he be running me up through there, bro. I've always got an excuse for Ye, bro. Like always, but like, man, I don't know if I want to handle this. This might get too deep, man.
Let's just do it for the people.
Okay,
They've been missing us.
all
I'll
right.
say this.
Go ahead.
And I'm really applying this in my real life because I feel like it relates to me. So if you know me, it goes without me saying I'm solid. I've always been like this. I can go back 25 years to high school where it was moments where there was nothing to be gained. So I stayed silent and kept my mouth shut, right? I was neutral. I knew what it was, but I kept my mouth shut, right? So when I see stuff like that, Kanye specifically, I'm looking at who you talking about and what you saying. And I feel like some people deserve to smoke, right? And I understand you got smoke for some people. Cool. Amen. Get it off. Expose them. But then you real easily turn into a bully. You real easy come off as attention seeking and you coming after people who ain't never said nothing about you. I relate that to myself because people get to hating because they see you doing well and see you thriving and being the stuff that you always said you was. People see that and they talk down on you like, man, I'm just out here trying to win. It's almost like when Jay-Z was like, hey, yeah, that's cool, but we done kneeling. We gonna get these deals and get in here and woo. People hated him for that. And so just to see how Kanye went after Jay and B, they kids and all this stuff, it's like, bro, no, you really fried. Like me seeing that, you call his kids, retarded and stuff like that. Bro, I mean, it just wasn't no. You could say, man, Jay don't support me. That's different. But you attack that man family and stuff, bro. Like, and people talking about he a genius for that. Bro, we got to draw the line at some stuff, man. Like that's just way too far.
Yeah.
Like, but all that rich people talk, it sound entertaining. That's out of our tax bracket. Yeah, cool. That Semitic, whatever, the Nazi. Okay, cool. I don't really understand the play. It's entertaining. But when you attacking the other heroes in the community who's really been putting, food on people's plates for years, you tripping, bro. You bugging.
Yeah. So I will say this. That's one perspective, and I respect that perspective. But you said a key word in that whole statement. You said he's kind of a bully. What is the name of Kanye West's new album?
Nope. Hey, you real good because that's why I put that out there. But that's my point. Bro, I get it. But you don't need that. That's very clever for somebody who need to do that. You don't need to do that, big bro. Big bro.
Listen. I hear you, but you got to remember this man has been tumultuous. So like I said, this is a toxic relationship that I'm in. So it's always been, this is who Kanye West is. It was cool when he had smoke for the quote unquote villains, the Taylor Swift, when he went up on stage and did that, because all of us knew Beyonce video was way better than what Taylor Swift had to offer. Then we kind of find out that Tay-Tay had some slaps, so that kind of even helped her as well. You know what I mean? But her video at that time was better than Taylor Swift video. So and it's like, he's been the guy, and I always call him Dame Dash with talent. He's Dame Dash who can produce music. You know what I mean? Because he's always been the guy that run out there and just say what's on his heart or what the culture is feeling at the time, so to speak, right? So that's that on that point. But then there's another side of Kanye West where he's petty as hell, and anybody who's ever done anything to him, he goes off on a whole nother deep end, and that's that Midwest mentality that he does this with, right? And this is what I'm saying. So I don't know if you remember when he went up there and did that to Taylor Swift, President Obama called him a jackass. Then Kanye West went on Watch the Throne and said, one day I'm gonna even be Republican, and so everybody know that I love white people. You know what I mean? He said that on his on Watch the Throne. Then he goes off and he puts the red hat on. Like these are things like he went completely against the Democratic Party, all because the president from Chicago, his hometown, and we know how much he loves Chicago. His child is named Chicago. Like, you know what I mean? From his hometown, bro, went and said this thing about him, and so he went off on the deep end with that. He always internalized these fights, bro. We forgot this ain't the first time he came for Jay-Z. He gave Jay-Z 45 minutes on stage in a rant on one of his tours when doing the Life of Pablo. You know what I mean? Or was it yeah, I think it was Life of Pablo. But anyway, he does this type of thing. Then I'm just going down the deep end with all these different battles. We've seen his battles with Adidas. We've seen his battles with Gap. The latest thing with this Jewish stuff, we got to remember, Drake is his quote unquote arch nemesis. He always called Drake is half Jewish. Then you got to remember the Jewish industry is the music industry and the entertainment industry is ran by all Jewish people, and these are the people that have blackballed him. So then he runs around saying he's a Nazi and this, that, and the third. These are all battles. Of course, we won't understand it, but I think Kanye West is the type of person, you know how you have an intrusive thought where you're like, man, I know this person hating on me, bro. I should crash out on this person. Kanye West just does it. That's his personality. He just crashes out on people. So like all to me from the outside looking in, this has always been him. You know what I mean? But like as far I won't say he's a genius for it. The one thing I will say when you say he don't need to do this, we all know controversy sells. We just watched what the Breakfast Club did with Jess Hilarious and that other woman. They just had all this beef being aired out in public eye, and people was talking about the Breakfast Club. People ain't talking about the Breakfast Club in years. You know what I mean? So all this controversy, him doing this constant tweeting, we got to remember at this time he's independent. He's doing everything on his own dollar. And one thing you ain't gonna do is be able to turn your eyes away from Kanye West and his outlandish tweets at this moment in time. You know what I mean? So do he need to do it? Probably not. Would it fail where if he didn't? Probably not. But like I said, and then if it's some truth to him being bipolar or a little bit off, we got to take that for what it is as well.
He enjoyed getting this stuff off. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. But one thing I will say is this album is absolutely incredible.
But one thing I will say with that too, man, is that most of us, right, we're on the sidelines and we're watching, we're being entertained. Mm-hmm. But going back to the conversation, right, the temperature of like the thought provoking questions that you asked is that they're so thought provoking because there's an opportunity for accountability, but also for us to look at morality, right? So when you're looking at somebody like him who's worth $2 billion, bro, and you're in that big position, and you talking about some very powerful systems at place, you don't gotta stoop down to the petty. It's just crazy. Like, yeah, I'm sure you benefited off of it for real, for sure. You know, trafficking is what? That's probably $1 billion or more industry. It's still not right. You know what I'm saying? And I think he play on that, and that's what I just don't like. Like, bruh, we need to. The majority of us, right? We never gonna have the luxury of being able to have a healthy distinction between right and wrong or good or bad behavior. Most people are sheeple. If we equate something making money to good, then all bets off. So I think like people when they got that type of platform, man, they got to be kind of sensitive with that because, yeah, you may whoever you may be able to intellectualize that and understand. Yeah, it could be a gimmick, it could be that, but the majority of people is messing with morality because it's giving them permission to say, man, this guy could lose it all, and his bad behavior is acceptable in a sense. He getting attention for it. So me with nothing, I'm definitely gonna crash out. I don't care. Yeah. I'm gonna say what I want. So that's how me personally, that's how I just look at that when people of that magnitude just show their ass like that. I just be thinking like, dang, like again, but and it's tongue in cheek for me even saying that because there's some instances where when he go off on people like Adidas, it was more diabolical because he like, no, this what they said, this what they did. You know, it was like, oh, I see why you going off, right? But you go off on all these people, then you start to look at all this stuff. You like, man, Yeah, I don't want to be that type of genius.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot, bro. Like I said, he's a convoluted, complex person.
Yeah,
Like I said, I just think it's like I said, bro. He ain't really educated. We didn't heard Kanye West say, bro, I don't read, I don't do X, Y, Z. I learned through living and doing and type stuff. So when you have that type, and then you have a little bit of mental illness on top of coming from the environments we come from, bro. Because like I said, we see it all the time. We know people like Ye.
right.
Yeah, they just ain't successful, but they'll tell you.
Yeah, yeah,
They'll tell you exactly
yeah,
what's on their mind. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They'll tell
You
you
like,
exactly.
dang.
They'll tell you exactly what's on their mind. Like, bro, like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? So like I said, I wouldn't advise it or anything like that. I kind of understand it, and I'm not making light of the situation or like oh yeah, I agree with him or anything like that. I'm just kind of explaining it because, like I said, you can't call a person crazy on one hand and then on the other hand be like, oh bro, you got to hold him accountable for crash. No, dude, a little off. You're a little
No,
off.
no, a little he is. And my other thing too is, regardless of anything, you being a father, there's some stuff you not gonna say or do because, for one, you don't want to put the burden of your kids to cipher through that stuff.
Right, yeah.
Like, that's nuts, bro. Like, you imagine what teachers' opinions they have of kids? You calling you pretty sure making they school, you saying they school is fake and clowning the school and all this stuff.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. Though, I'm gonna tell you the guy's honest truth. All I be seeing is Blue Ivy. I don't even know what his other kids look like. So,
No.
so it might be some
No,
truth.
where they kids?
Bro, it might be some truth to what you're saying.
No, hey, first off, what Ye said about two kids probably true. I'm more so talking about how he be getting on his own kids in school,
Oh yeah,
saying
yeah.
it's a fake
It's a
school,
fake school, yeah,
and all of that.
yeah,
Could you
yeah.
imagine being a teacher seeing that? You know it's everywhere. You like, man, fuck you, ain't no
But
kids.
I think when I keep forgetting saying because he do be saying my kids at the fake school, bro. That is hilarious. But I think the more reason he's saying that, bro, is more so because think about this. What was the chick from? Was that Full House? Where the chick was paid for her kids to get through school and all this type of stuff and paid for them to get degrees and shit like that. Think about that. When you're a celebrity, you got that kind of power, and you go into this school where everybody go. We don't know what the curriculum is like. It's a fake school. I'm going to put them in a school where they can get some real education. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we all complain about the education system in America anyway. It's just the Kanye West way of doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is,
Dog,
bro.
imagine being a teacher at that school. You trying to write a lesson plan, your phone go off. So every teacher at that school, they touching kids like just clowning. Dog. I'm like, hey, fuck you and them kids.
Hey, no, dude is a maniac, bro. But it's very,
Oh,
very
bro, he a
entertaining,
fool,
bro.
bro. Very entertaining.
He is
Shout out, yeah.
he's an absolute maniac, bro. But listen, bro, when you hear this though, and I always be doing that, I be queuing my stuff up like I got the button right in front of me. But when you hear something like this, bro, this is how you know this man is just on another level.
Bésame, mamá, como tú sabes.
Listen, bro. I never in a million years thought I would hear Kanye West do a Hispanic song, bro, a Mexican song. Like, he snapped with that, bro. This dude, like, and that album, like, bro, it's like GQ. The album's so fire, bro. GQ had to write an album that said the article that said, "I'm sorry to report." No, we feel bad to have to report that Kanye West has made the best Kanye West album in years, bro. Like, they didn't even want to report it, bro, but they had to because that's how fire that album is, bro. And it's only 22 minutes long, by the way, but you can stream it on YouTube. It's called Bully, but it is fire, bro. Like, it is absolutely insane, bro. And I don't know if he used AI to help him with the Spanish vocals or whatever, but I love that song, bro. I listened to that song like 6 times on the way to work the other day. That song is so fire. It sounds so good on the bigs too. Like, playing it in your whip, it sounds so good, bro. It's called Last Breath, by the way, and that's on Ye's new album, Bully.
Yeah, man, he when he feel like it, man, he gonna drop some heat.
Yeah, and the whole album is like immaculately produced. It ain't a whole bunch of rapping. It's more so like a sonic album. It's not a whole bunch of like lyrics or whatnot. Kind of remind me of what was that album? 808s and Heartbreaks. You know what I'm saying? Just with just cleaner vocals, no auto tune or nothing like that. But it's really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite projects that I've heard in a while. I was really messing with that. What's that? Cardi, I Am Music.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, I like that a lot, and I was surprised. I'm not the biggest Playboy Cardi fan, but that album is actually really slaps.
He's definitely the definition of two things can be true at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that dude is when it comes to that music, man, he got a gift.
Yeah, he got a gift.
He got a gift.
I remember when I heard him talk about being able to see sound waves. I was like, I never heard nobody explain something like that before. You know what I mean? Like when you so technically savvy and stuff just comes second nature to you, bro. You can just see stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've heard somebody. I got somebody, a friend in the family. I won't name them, but they just recently had a son. He about 3 years old, and they an amazing musician. Actually signed an Interscope, and they son is a savant. Like he watches the speakers, bro. He just stares at the speakers and watches the sound waves and stuff like that. It's crazy. Practicing playing instruments, all that type of stuff at 3 years old, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
Salute to him.
Yeah, salute to him. But now that we got all the fun stuff out the way, bro, something I want to talk about, and before we're going to back it up and talk about basketball last, but when we talking about where I've been. So recently had a loss in my family, right? And I lost this person due to alcoholism. So we had planned to record last week, actually, because we've been gone for about a month or two. And we had planned to record last week, but then I had some technical issues, so I was gonna get into all this earlier, man. But man, everybody out there, if y'all know somebody who's struggling with advice, man, wrap your arms around them, give them as much love as you can, try to get them some help. I don't know what kind of demons they fighting, man, but losing to somebody the way that I lost a very close, very dear friend of mine, man, was traumatic. And I was always one of them people who tried to hold them accountable. I don't know if I had the best methods of doing so. I wasn't around either, so I wasn't actually even within a 10,000 mile radius of this person. But I've always tried to hold them accountable. And at the end of the day, I wouldn't say I failed, but I know my message was received. We had me and that person hadn't talked in quite a while. But I just watched alcoholism destroy it. And Vernon know where we from, man. We got a phrase called "drink Wisconsin," where people like to get ripped to, like all the way down, man. And it's like that alcohol and drugs, man, can really wear on a family. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm dealing with that right now. Vernon, I don't know if you had anything you want to add or speak to on that, but the only thing I can say is, man, just wrap your arms around them people. Try to treat them with as much love. Realize that they're dealing with demons. Trying to handle them with a little grace. I don't really got no answers because at the end of the day, I failed. You know what I mean? In my attempts to reach this person and get them to understand that they was destroying themselves. I think a lot of people around them as well. But I think one of the worst things you can do is enable a person like that.
Right. Yeah, I don't have anything to add to that. Maybe I would echo when we see people with vices or anything, I think when they pass away or they succumb to those vices, at the very least, we should learn from where they struggled at. So if you see whoever struggling and hitting their head with something or on something, you should avoid it. So look, we should learn from the mistakes of others. Definitely try and love each other through that stuff. Honesty is the best policy. But as I age, I'm starting to see, man, people are put on this earth for a purpose. And at times, even though we may view it as unfair, is that some people's reason to be here is to make the mistakes for you to see so you don't. So let people live, love and let live, and that's about it. Hit some theme music after that, bro, because that's kind of sad, but yeah.
But before I do that, bro, I want you to expand on something. What you mean when you say avoid them? Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah,
I think you did, but I kind of want you to
yeah,
go a little bit
yeah.
deeper.
You
Yeah.
know, if you see substance abuse in any kind, and you seeing that destroy somebody's life in real time, I think if they die from that, their one thing that they would probably want from you is not even help for themselves. They will want you not to succumb to that same disease, that same poison. And I think sometimes we miss that. It's like, hey, you see older people a lot of times when they're on their deathbed and they say, hey, you what hey, live. Don't be like me. Don't give, be with your family. Who cares about work? Like life is short. And I think addiction is similar. People have those vices and they be like, hey, this alcohol or this drugs is taking me out. I'm dying. There's nothing I can do to save myself. Don't be like me. And I think that's what people hope would be, is that their death wasn't in vain. That somebody can look at that and be like, dang, bro, my love for you and me empathizing and sympathizing with the family will help me make better choices in real time. So,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you expounded on that, bro.
yeah, so it's because it's, man, we think, and this goes for me too, but typically when we see people go through stuff that we care about, you try and fix it. But I think sometimes when, not to get all preachy, but, you know, God's love and his design is far outside of what we can comprehend, right? So it's like, it don't take him by surprise. And whether you went to, you think about people, man, that be clean for years, noble, doing great things in the community, family love them, such an example. And something could happen and they collapse and it'll kill them. Right? And it's like, dang, what's the message to be had in that? Because they didn't need you to save them. Clearly, you couldn't. But what message can we have? And this even supersedes substance abuse. Again, back to the conversation, the thought-provoking conversation you had about having these children and being baby mamas or baby daddies. What's the lesson to be learned? What's the true pain and agony and financial strain that we go through individually and in our community because of these repeated failures? But nobody want to look at it like that. We want to solar focus on the baby being a blessing. Well, yeah, that's definitely two things that's true. Having a kid is a terrible idea. Yeah, the nice and the cool thing to say is, hey, that baby's a blessing from God. Is it? I mean, you 16 years old. So again, I think, it's one of those situations where we look at it and say, what's the lesson to be learned in a real way?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you wrapped that up, bro. I'm finna play some theme music.
Would you?
Yeah. I
got my polo on.
I need to rinse and repeat. But
on.
this is why I want to start with that.
I told you I have my polo on.
You got it all the way to the top too. You button all the way up, brother. Oh man! Such a good palette rinse. I hate to cut that off too, but that's like I always hate songs that have that are really really wordy. But in that era, bro, they had a knack for adding a lot of words to a song, bro, and it still being fire.
Right.
Because they was singing from their souls, bro. I think that's what that was. There was a lot of words in that first lyric, bro. But it was in that first verse, but it's still absolutely fire.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, they have so much substance.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it me, or does it feel like people just came from an authentic, genuine place that you could just respect when you hear it?
Oh, facts. I was talking about Barry White earlier, bro, and how smooth he was. And that's how that was what he exuded. That's really how Barry White was. You know what I'm saying? So I think you spot on with that authenticity and people coming from that. And you just being able to see it, and not looking at that person like, man, they full
Hey, listen, it was funny because I was having this conversation with my wife the other day. I don't know how we got here, but we was talking about like the hood, and I'm like, well, most of us come from the hood. The difference is most of us wasn't doing crime.
Right. Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like but again, yeah, some dudes I knew was really paying bills freshman year of high school. I wasn't. We
Yeah.
from the same hood.
Right.
I just had to be in the house at 9.
Right.
They ain't had no curfew. So I'm like, nah, and this is kind of misconstrued now where relating to the music too. It's kind of like a copycat type of thing where it's like, you bad, I'm badder. You did this, I did it worse, and now they actually doing it. It's just different.
And I'm gonna sleep with your woman. and I
That part.
and I'm gonna pull out the Draco on you, like just a whole
Yep.
bunch of nonsense, fam.
I really want to hurt you to your core.
What's
But
that?
imagine wanting to hurt somebody so bad that they gonna kill you when they see you. Like, think about that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I want to hurt you so bad that when we see each other, you will kill me if I don't kill you. Like,
right.
that's nuts, bro.
That's absolutely nuts, bro. And I don't understand when there's plenty of space out here, bro. What's that? Who's that dude, bro? I love his music. Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Here we go. I think I just had to pull up the lyrics. I think he got a real niche, bro. Where's this damn song at? I thought I had it, y'all. Give me 1 second. He got that song. I can't stop you, cause you know what I'm talking about.
Say it again.
Dang, he got that song. I can't stop you, and I'm trying to censor myself here, but I can't sing word for damn. So.
Are you saying the F word?
Yes, yeah. Hold on a second. Dang, bro, what is dude name, man? It's gonna drive me crazy. Cause I like his music a lot. I think he's from Dallas, and he sing a lot of old songs. It ain't a whole bunch of I mean the songs is ratchet. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't a whole bunch of drilling in that. You know what I mean? He got an old school feel to it.
Are you talking about oh no, this dude I'm thinking about, he from New York.
Man, y'all know who I'm talking about. Somebody listening to this right now, like, oh, I know who it is. I can't call his name, bro. I'm 42. I'll be forgetting everybody. But anyway, in other news, not even that important. Man, basketball. It's been a crazy, insane week, bro. For first and foremost, man, Juju Watkins got injured. I love Juju Watkins, man. So I hated to see that woman injured. I couldn't even watch the tape of it, the replays, bro. I had to turn my eyes, fam. I was like, I can't watch that, bro.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers to her and her families, and hopefully she has a speedy recovery.
Right. Do you think Jaden Daniels had put any bad juju on her?
Yep.
You think so? Well, how did you feel about that, bro? I like his mom, quote unquote, cock blocking the way she did. Do you think she was right in trying to protect her son, even though Juju probably richer than him right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that she was in the right, or she didn't know who she was, or whatever the case may be? Like, what were your options? I mean, because we don't know what was said. We do know she cock blocked because she said right in between them, but like. You think
so? If she truly did that, which I'm not sure she did, the internet funny like that. Who knows how that really took place? But if she did, I could see both ways. Just to keep it a buck, right? But at the same time, man, that's a tough one, bro. Because that's your baby. So can't nobody tell you how to, you trying to protect him and the bag or whatever. But at the same time, man, that dude gonna do what he want to do. And if anybody is a what I would like to say equally yoked, it would be her. She gonna make a lot of money. It. If he like her, he like her. She, a pretty young girl or young woman. She grown, but you know what I'm saying. So that would make a little bit more sense than him liking or falling in lust with one of these groupies that's gonna be at them NFL games.
Right.
So
Yeah, and I'll take that back too, because Juju Watkins' net worth is quote unquote about $1 million, which is probably more than that, because I've been seeing her in every commercial lately.
Right.
And Jaden Daniels worth about $37 million, but still, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, we know this woman is going #1 WNBA even on a torn ACL, like she going straight.
Yeah.
If she decided to go into the WNBA, because the NIL pays so much money, a lot of these young ladies are staying in college to get that NIL money. You know what I mean? So, because we seen Angel Reese do it. She played the whole 4 years, and I think that's what's her LSU buddy, Falange is doing as well.
Yeah.
So,
and here go the thing too. When you just the reality of the situation, because we don't know these people, so for the sake of conversation,
we know black people though, and mamas be putting juju on people.
listen, for one,
that's what we do know.
for one, but man, we in a culture now where everybody pretend to be rich anyhow. So this woman already, from a name, image, and likeness standpoint, that's gonna transcend past USC.
Right,
She
right,
famous.
right.
So I would, if anybody, I would be picking her, especially again if he like her and all the personality stuff, cool, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I would be steering my son that way versus the girl you gonna meet at Tootsie's when y'all on the road.
But do
So
you think his mama even had any clue who Juju was?
I would say
like
she's that famous. Yes, absolutely. Because if your son is famous and he moving and grooving and that, you seeing the commercials, you seeing her with LeBron or Bronny, she on commercials, fam. If your son in that arena, yeah, bro, you know who she was. So yeah, absolutely, she did or had an idea, and the girl got on the you know on the tracksuit. So at the time, like it's a little college girl, which again, I would want my son if he young and in college to have him a little college girl he like versus again finding one of them wolves out there. Cause the wolf is gonna be wolving.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think I ain't really followed up on it before when I'm pulling up on Google and stuff like that, saying that Jane Daniels been supporting her and all that type of stuff. So like that's dope. Man, listen, bro. That would be a super athlete if they can make this work. I would love to see it too. That'd be a nice little end of the story, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mom's hated Juju tore ACL. Went to play 4 more years in college after she graduated. Her and Jane Daniels got married and had 18 kids. That'd be fly, bro. That'd be a nice little end to that story if that was something that actually happened.
Super fly.
Yeah, that would be super fly. Like
they had to make a movie about it. Love and football and basketball.
Yeah, that would be fly. But yeah, we'll see, man. But yeah, like I said, I don't even know if she knew who the girl was, bro. But like, because like I said, yeah, maybe she did, but maybe she did or maybe she didn't. But either way, bro, I hope that wasn't the case of her knowing who she was and then hating like that. That's just foul, moms. You got to do better. You got to do your research, because that would have been right up an alley of a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? So
right, facts.
Yeah, but let's move on to Bronny James. Oh, go James! Oh, go James, baby goat. Hey, all this talk, bro. I wasn't here to say it. Me and you talked offline about this, but when Stephen A. Smith was hating on Bronny, bro, I said he's lost his mind, fam. Like, cause he was hating hard, and people. My optics on this is that Stephen A. Smith was just trying to get ratings. He was doing it because bro, we ain't never talked about rookies as much that won the #1 draft pick. We ain't never talked about I ain't never even known who the 53rd pick of a draft was. You know what I'm saying? And then the boot. And I'm just gonna run this down because y'all probably heard this story running to the ground. Then the boot, like bro, you look at people. I like to compare players same height, same position, close to the same age. Like I'll just go Tyler Kolek, right? Tyler Kolek was 34th in the draft. Got drafted by the New York Knicks. Tyler Kolek is averaging. He's a point guard, 6'3", 23 years old. Bronny is 6'3", 20 years old, right? They were roughly about the same weight too, about 160 some pounds. both of these young guys, right? Tyler Kolik's averaging like 17 in the G League. Bronny is averaging 21 at the time, probably averaging more than that now. You know what I mean? Tyler Kolik was averaging more minutes than Bronny, and was only averaging 1 point, 1 assist, 1 rebound. Same with Bronny, and so like I thought all the critique on Bronny being 53 just because the way he got into the league was completely unfair and uncalled for. Just looking at all the other draft picks and just even tallying them, I think it's only a couple rookies that's even averaging double digits right now, and a lot of these rookies are playing significant minutes. You know what I mean? So I just thought all the critique on him was extremely unfair, and I think this is where I'm not a huge statistic person because statistics don't tell the whole story, but this is a part of the thing where it's like if you look at the statistic, it's telling a part of the story and why it's unfair for Bronny to be getting the critique that he was getting at the time, especially from Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith did what Kanye do.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about clicks and it's all about attention.
Yeah.
Because the reality of it is that everybody has a privilege. That's when we talk about morality, right? Mm-hmm. People have a privilege and people abuse their privilege. And that's what Stephen A. is doing. He know that that's going to bring, people to come to hear him talk about LeBron, his son, because it's such a big story. It's really the biggest story in the NBA. Mm-hmm. That's really what it come down to. And he knew that. He knew that. And unfortunately and fortunately, Bron called him out for it. But that's what they all do, man. They made you got to think, Skip and them, bruh. LeBron, man, they owe LeBron some royalties from First Take. Y'all talked about that man for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN, y'all talked about that man for 20 years. So he kept proving people wrong. So I'm excited for the James family.
Yeah,
I love it. I love to see it.
Even his seeds is proving people wrong at this point, which
which
is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey, that greatness transcends generations, bro. Unless you Marcus Jordan. But anyway, shout out to Bronny, man. I'm glad to see you doing your thing, bro. The other day he had like 17 in the loss to was it Denver? I forgot
who say that again.
When Bronny had 17 in the game, who they lose to? He shot like 70% from the field the other day. I can't remember. It's not that important, but yeah. But anyway,
Bucks. The Bucks.
In other news, Dame Lillard is out indefinitely. What kind of injury does he have?
Blood clot.
Oh man, bro, what is it with these players and these blood?
Bro, that's what I want to know.
Do you think? So I know you get a lot of blood clots when you fly a lot. Do you think it's the travel?
No, I don't. Nope, I don't. Crazy. Honestly.
Yeah. Damn, man, that's super unfortunate. I mean, it was a blockbuster trade a few years ago. It wasn't really transformational as we thought it was going to be as Bucks fans. But yeah, I still hate to see him go down because I want to see good basketball. We just lost Jason Tatum too. Jason Tatum just went down with a sprained ankle. Like, I want to see good competitive basketball. I want to see teams at full strength going up against each other. So I always hate to see players go out like this. You know what I mean? So
right.
I don't even care if it is competition. I hate to see players go down like this. I want to see good basketball. You know. And Jason Tatum, he'll probably be back sooner than later. But on the note of Damian Lillard, I think this is they're saying indefinitely, so it sounds like season ending.
See y'all next year, Bucks. If that happens, I'm not too thrilled, but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's super unfortunate, man. But yeah, shout out to Dame, shout out to Jason Tatum. Hopefully, I can recover quick. Juju Watkins, hopefully, you can recover quick. But yeah, that's all I got as far as sports go, man. You got anything else, bro? Any sports announcement? I mean, any sports announcement? Any church announcements you want to shout out to our people?
Yeah, man. Y'all know Reverend Johnson. Him and First Sister Gregor.
No, you gotta say, oh, you being messy, so you didn't even start it off right. You gotta stand up and say, first giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, pastor, first lady, deacons, and all visitors. But you went straight to the mess.
Oh, no, real quick, bro. I gotta say this on the airwaves, bro. So it's this guy in Lincoln, Nebraska. He's a pastor of a church, right? Real life pastor. You know how he got fired, or pretty much they told him he couldn't be a pastor no more. It was a Sunday. It was a blessed Sunday morning, and the congregation came in, and the congregation saw him having fornication on the altar with a woman that wasn't his wife.
Bruh. Dog, that sounds like a Tyler Perry movie, bro. If somebody was to write that and put it in the movie, nobody would believe it, fam.
Nobody would believe it,
Nobody
bro.
would believe it. But that happened in real life, bro. That is nuts, fam.
That's nuts, bro. And I just found out that the woman he was doing it with, I used to work with her.
Bro. woman, thou art loose. Bro, that is nuts, bro.
We gonna tell y'all on Patreon.
See, subscribe to the Patreon. The link is in the description of this podcast. We'll tell y'all. We gonna be listen. When y'all start subscribing to this Patreon and we get over there, bro, we gonna be messy as hell on that Patreon. I'm gonna tag their face. It's gonna be completely uncensored, unedited. Y'all getting all the mess. Y'all gotta have to pay for it though.
that part. Like and subscribe.
Please, yeah,
donate the cash app.
No,
these mics don't buy themselves.
Nah, bro, that is nuts, fam, bro. I've heard everything, bro. I've never seen nothing like that before, bro. Like,
jaw dropped, bro. My jaw bro, was
how many people walked in church and seen him? I gotta be nosy now.
Man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm assuming just a few, but like literally was coming in. I said, "Whoa!" Like that's something you would think somebody walked into your office, came back into the quarters.
Yeah.
Bro, he was on like an altar call.
Bro, dude is wilding, fam. Like,
I said, that's a different type of demon.
He ain't know what time church start.
Bro, different type of demon.
Bro, like,
and was married.
Bro, nuts, bro.
And still married, allegedly.
Wow, man. Well, God bless him, bro. God is forgiving.
God is forgiving.
God is forgiving, man.
Everybody know that. See, that's a problem, and that's what I want to segue into.
What's that?
God is good. God is good, brother. He's a forgiving God.
Yeah. Man.
I feel like I got to put on my glasses when I say that. Let me say it again for the camera. God is good. He's a forgiving God.
Hey, hey, listen, bro. I feel like who was it? Was his Dylan Roof, the dude that went to that church and shot up that them black people? Was that his name?
Yep.
Yeah, like if we can forget him, I guess we got to forget a pastor, bro.
At least he ain't kill nobody. He was killing her, but he ain't kill her, you know?
All right, well, listen, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another episode of Unlimited Podcast. I'm your illustrious host, Jerome.
They said he was hitting it from the back.
Hey, listen, I don't even think I introduced myself when I'm out of practice, bro. I do that all the time, but y'all know who I is. I say it every episode. But listen, man, listeners, thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week. Yeah, and then next week, because I'm gonna be out of town. So, we'll see y'all next week. But we're gonna get back on our regularly scheduled program. Dante should be back with us next episode. So just be on the lookout for that, man. But we about to round back up this production, bro. I'm back out my field. So we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Stay healthy. Stay safe. One love.
One love. Peace, y'all.